We have all heard over and over again about our overburdened legal system. Here are some numbers that may drive the point home. In Los Angeles County alone, so many new lawsuits are filed every month, it can take 5 years to go to trial. No wonder some people are saying there must be another way. As our law correspondent Tim O'Brien reports, there is.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors.
It may be one of those cases where real life imitates television.
This is the original contract, and she signed it even though it's a photocopy, perhaps.
Where actual litigants avoid years of delay in the clogged public courts and create their own people's court.
Step by step and day by day.
When TV actress Valerie Harper and Lorimar Productions became embroiled in a fierce multi-million-dollar contract dispute, they went out and rented a judge and jury to decide their case.
It probably cut out about 5 years waiting time. The benefit of it was speed.
The benefit of speed may be turning the so-called litigation explosion into a booming new commercial enterprise, a private company that lines up hundreds of retired judges and rents them out. Rent a judge. The trial, you can have it wherever and whenever you want.
We'd love to be the Federal Express, if you will, of court settlements.
Bill McQueen is vice president of Judicate. With more than 400 former judges on call, the company, for a fee, will provide the resumes of available judges and arrange a private trial in any state. In Baltimore, it was attorney Paul Dorff, for 15 years a circuit court judge, who was hired to resolve a dispute between an accident victim and an insurance company.
You've already been sworn in. You understand that.
It's very much like a trial, but a trial might last days and cost thousands. This took only 2.5 hours, cost only $750, and the decision is final. The parties agreed, no appeal.
Well, it is a simpler approach than to get involved in litigation in the courtroom, yes.
And quicker.
And quicker.
The speed and convenience is unheard of in the court system. Even so, the president of the American Bar Association, Robert Raven, writing in this month's ABA Journal, warns of a two-tiered system of justice.
In the long run, it means that the poor people in the country are going to get a much inferior form of justice.
Whenever you have a deluxe system in which only the wealthy elite are eligible for it, you will have an increasingly deteriorating overall system, and that's what we have.
Rent-a-judge only works in civil cases, the kind of cases which have increasingly paralyzed the courts. And even then, it might not be for everyone. But it does seem to offer many the promise of simple and speedy justice administered by a new breed of judge. That is, if the price is right. Tim O'Brien, ABC News, Baltimore.
On Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrials gained 3 points, and the trading was very slow. When we come back, something very fast. Carl Lewis. His toughest opponent might be himself. Overseas again, ABC News has learned that in Johannesburg today, a fourth anti-government activist has sought refuge in the U.S. consulate. He is Clifford Ngobo. The other three have been there for a week, and the U.S. says it will not ask them to leave. There was another bomb attack in South Africa today aimed at whites. The bomb went off in downtown Johannesburg during rush hour. At least 18 people were injured. There have been more than 100 such attacks on non-military targets this year. And now the Olympics. On the general scoreboard, the Soviet Union has 18 medals, 7 of which are gold. The East Germans have 11 medals overall. The United States is tied for third place, 9 medals so far, the same number as Bulgaria. Which brings us to one of America's most remarkable medal winners who begins competition tomorrow. This country has few athletes as gifted as Carl Lewis. Gifted on the track, that is. As ABC's Dick Schaap reports from Seoul tonight, Lewis's struggle off the field has been the tough one.
Carl Lewis faced his toughest opponent today, the media. Dozens of cameras, hundreds of reporters, the machines and people who had recorded his Olympic triumphs 4 years ago in Los Angeles. The brilliant 4 gold medal performance that he thought was going to make him a singing star, an acting star, a commercial star.
Lewis won everything in sight in Los Angeles except popularity and affection. Mary Lou Retton got the Wheaties box, he got the crumbs.
The trouble was his image. He was called aloof, pampered, uncooperative. Even his masculinity was questioned. He was a star, but he was not a hero, not in the U.S.
Carl Lewis is a god in Asia.
Sam Skinner is Carl Lewis's press agent, a new position created to help polish Lewis's image. His image got its biggest boost during the press conference when he made a mistake, got the current name of another superstar wrong, and admitted it.
Chris Everett Lloyd, Chris Everett Lloyd, excuse me, don't tell him.
With his press agent and his business manager, Joe Douglas, huddling in the audience, Lewis denied a report he might be dropped from the relay team for creating friction. He was pleased with the press conference.
Now we're communicating, I'm having a good time. People can talk, and everything is moving along.
But the media's reaction was mixed.
He's now very packaged, very professional. Looks like he wants to be on a cereal box somewhere. Somebody said they were very disappointed. They liked him more when he was a jerk.
I admire him as an athlete, and I don't as a person. I think he is very phony as an individual.
John X. Miller of USA Today was more generous.
Carl, I think he's still just a little shaky trying to discover who and what he is.
The rest of the Olympics should be easier for Lewis. Now all he has to face are the world's fastest men and longest jumpers. Dick Schaap, ABC News, Seoul.
When we come back, we'll have our final report. It's on the radio.